Decline of Christianity, what does the Bible say? Many pastors and Christians may avoid discussing the decline of Christianity because it can be seen as a sensitive or challenging topic. However, Jesus did speak about the challenges that would come to the faith. In Matthew chapter 24, verses 10 to 12, he warned that in the last days many would fall away, and the love of most would grow cold due to increased wickedness. He also encouraged believers to remain steadfast, emphasizing that the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. Matthew 24:13. The decline of Christianity, while concerning, can also serve as a reminder for believers to strengthen their faith and remain committed to the teachings of Christ. The Bible does not directly speak to a decline of Christianity as we understand it today, but it does contain passages that speak to times of spiritual decay, apostasy, and warnings about faith growing cold in the last days. Many of these warnings focus on the challenges believers will face in the end times or throughout history, including a shift away from true faith. Here are a few key passages that touch on this theme. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verses 3 to 4, the growing apostasy. For the time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, to suit their own desires, they will gather around them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear. They will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths. This passage speaks to a time when people will move away from sound doctrine and seek teachings that align with their desires, a warning that can be seen as a form of decline in true Christianity. Matthew chapter 24 verse 10 to 12, the love of many will grow cold. At that time many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other, and many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. Jesus warns of a time when faith will weaken and the love of many will grow cold, signaling a decline in true devotion and an increase in lawlessness. Revelation 3:14-22, the Church of Laodicea. I know your deeds, that you are neither cold nor hot. I wish you were either one or the other. So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth. Revelation 3:15-16. In this passage, the church in Laodicea is criticized for being lukewarm, neither fully devoted nor completely rejecting Christ. This lukewarm attitude is seen as distasteful to Christ and represents a decline in fervency. 2 Thessalonians 2:3-4, the man of lawlessness. Don't let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the man doomed to destruction. He will oppose and will exalt himself over everything that is called God or is worshipped, so that he sets himself up in God's temple, proclaiming himself to be God. This speaks of a great apostasy and rebellion against God that will take place before Christ's return, indicating a period of spiritual decline and deception. Above all, you must understand that in the last days, scoffers will come, scoffing and following their own evil desires. They will say, "Where is this coming he promised? Ever since our ancestors died, everything goes on as it has since the beginning of creation." The Apostle Peter warns that in the last days, people will mock the promises of Christ's return, highlighting a decline in belief and spiritual indifference. The Spirit clearly says that in later times, some will abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirits and things taught by demons. Such teachings come through hypocritical liars, whose consciences have been seared as with a hot iron. This passage highlights the fact that some will fall away from the faith, influenced by deceptive teachings, which is another sign of spiritual decline. Luke 18 verse 8, however, when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? Jesus asks this rhetorical question, indicating that when he returns, there may be a lack of faith on the earth, suggesting a time of spiritual decline or apathy. Matthew 7 verses 13 to 14, enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. This warning from Jesus suggests that, over time, fewer people will follow the true path of faith, and many will be led astray, contributing to the decline of true Christianity. While these passages do not directly discuss a decline of Christianity in modern terms, they serve as warnings of the dangers of spiritual complacency, the rise of false teachings, and a turning away from God in the latter days. Christians are urged to stay vigilant, faithful, and true to sound doctrine in the face of these challenges.